Now on Channel 3 News.
Everybody, we get a shot. We got DFR down.
An ambush in Dallas, targeting first responders. The conditions of the injured tonight.
Hello? I'm on the do not call list. You can't call me.
The Do Not Call registry is doing little to block unwanted calls, the loopholes that telemarketers are jumping through.
The federal government will stay open, the deal that avoids a shutdown and delays some presidential priorities.
You're watching Northwest Florida's news station. This is WEAR, Channel 3 News at 10 in high definition.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Gunfire erupted in Dallas today during an ambush attack on a first responder.
Well, tonight, after a massive manhunt, the gunman is dead. ABC's Jim Ryan has more.
We got shots fired. Male walking with the rifle.
Dozens of police cars and ambulances swarmed the scene after word went out. A paramedic down, hit by gunfire after responding to a call about a civilian who also was shot.
Everybody, we get a shot. We got DFR down.
SWAT teams led the first responders. Dozens of heavily armed officers deployed in ballistic gear. This moment of emotion amid the high tension. Federal agents also were on scene to lend reinforcements. Police helicopters scoured the neighborhood from the sky. Roadblocks and a massive police dragnet at the crime scene. The search led to a house inside. The suspect was an apparent suicide.
We sent a robot in and we were able to see that inside the house there were two individuals, both of them believed to be deceased at the time. One of them we believe is the suspect.
The wounded paramedic is in critical but stable condition after emergency surgery.
Both the paramedic and the citizen and the police officers that were injured during this situation are going to be okay.
Few details have been released about the shooter or a possible motive, but police say the threat is over. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
One college student is dead and 3 others injured after a stabbing at the University of Texas at Austin. It happened just before 2 this afternoon, sending 3 students to the hospital. A college student now identified as 20-year-old Kendrix White was taken into custody after attacking 4 male students with a large hunting knife. The university president released this statement.
One of our students has been killed, and 3 others who we believe were students were seriously injured in an unconscionable violent attack. The police do not believe there is an ongoing threat to the campus at this time. The suspect is in custody, and UTPD, along with other law enforcement agencies, APD and the Department of Public Safety, are continuing to investigate, and the UTPD chief will provide additional information, and we'll provide updates as the situation progresses.
The names of the victims have not been released. Austin police are still investigating a possible motive.
1 person is dead and 7 others wounded after a man opened fire at a swimming pool in San Diego yesterday. A group of people were celebrating a birthday when the shooting began. The gunman was shot and killed by police. All of the victims are minorities, while the gunman is white.
In the few days prior to this senseless act of violence, Celis and his girlfriend had broken off their relationship. Family members described Celis as distraught and depressed over this breakup. Now, while they had no idea that he would resort to any kind of violence, let alone shooting at innocent victims, based on the information that we have gathered so far, our investigators, it is very clear that Celis was despondent over the breakup of his girlfriend.
Authorities believe the shooter and at least one of the partygoers lived at the same apartment complex.
The sails are up and they're off. Boaters are on their way to Cuba right now. The Pensacola a la Habana sailing regatta kicked off this afternoon after being delayed 1 day by yesterday's storms. The 511-mile race aims to build on the developing relationship between the U.S. and Cuba. 6 of the 21 participants are from the Pensacola area. You can watch the live race results right on our website.
The Florida Senate has agreed on a plan to distribute millions of dollars from the Deepwater Horizon oil spill damages. Bill guarantees the 8 Panhandle counties hit hardest by that spill will split $300 million in the first installment. The bill still has to go back to the House for their approval.
The weather late tonight is cooling down a little bit, and we've got some cool weather to start tomorrow morning. All dry, that windy, rainy weather, of course, out of the area. Skies clearing up and looking pretty nice late tonight. We do have a chance for rain, though, heading into late Wednesday night into Thursday. I'm going to be timing that out with the Futurecast update coming up. We'll take it hour by hour, but look at that. Already inland, we've had some cool air flow into the area. We're going to see some 50s across the area heading into tomorrow morning, mainly mid to upper 50s. Some of those inland areas will be a little bit cooler. And then, yeah, sunny skies here for Tuesday, sunny on Wednesday. It is very late Wednesday night into Thursday morning that everything changes. Check out the Futurecast in just a bit.
Those annoying calls that just won't go away. How robocalls and telemarketers get around that do not call registry.
But first, details on the spending bill that will keep the federal government open at least for a few more months.
WEAR On The Go is sponsored by Pensacola Honda. First Morning Weather, sponsored by Pensacola State College.